Question number 3. Grant Robertson.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. Does he stand by his statement in relation to the New Zealand Super Fund, quote, when surpluses return, we will resume contributions, if not, why not?
The Honourable Paula
Mr.
Bennett.
Speaker, I shall try and channel the Minister of Finance. Yes, I do stand by the statement at the time it was made.
Bring it down
and as I said in Budget 2013, Budget 2014, Budget 2015, Budget 2016, and in reply to the member's question on the 18th of October, and the member's question yesterday, and as was made clear in the National Party's 2014 election policy, contributions will resume when net debt falls to 20% of GDP.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Why has the position changed on restoring contributions to the Super Fund from what it was in 2009 to what it is today?
Well, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Well, Mr. Speaker, to be fair, because we were probably a year into the GFC, didn't know how deep and long it was going to go to, and then made our position very clear in 2013 and have made it very clear every year since then and repeatedly.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Why is he prepared to make tax cuts a higher priority than restarting contributions to the New Zealand Super Fund?
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Those are completely hypotheticals that the member is putting out there as to what this government's priorities are, and he might just have to wait and see.
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Why has the Prime Minister continually said that tax cuts are a higher priority than restarting contributions to the Super Fund? And as Minister of Finance, does he have any concerns about that priority?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, as the Minister of Finance, I have repeatedly said for some time that when the government returns a sufficient budget surplus and can contribute genuine savings rather than borrowing, then National will resume contributions to the Super Fund. And if the member would like to ask the Prime Minister where his comments come from, he's sitting right here, but I notice no one's got a question for him today. He's feeling quite missing out today.
Oh, point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Grant Robertson.
I seek leave of the House to be able to ask the Prime Minister the question that the Minister of Finance has just invited me to.
No, there are 12 questions submitted and accepted for the day. I'm not allowing an extra question. Order.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order.
Mr. Speaker, there is precedent in the House for a member to seek leave to ask an additional question, and in fact, Phil Goff was asked a question despite being Leader of the Opposition by leave of the House.
I'm prepared if the member wishes to seek leave again. I'll put the leave and the House will decide.
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
Point of order, Grant Robertson.
Mr. Speaker, I seek leave of the House to be able to ask a question to the Prime Minister as invited by the
Leave is
Minister of
sought for
Finance.
that course of action. Is there any objection? Order. Order. I do appreciate the comments, but I did say, is there any objection? There is objection.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker.
I appreciate the member tidying that up for me. Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Are tax cuts a higher priority for him than restarting contributions to the New Zealand Super Fund?
The Honourable Paula Bennett.
Mr. Speaker, the member's just going to have to wait and see what the government's policy is going into next year for Budget 17.
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
In light of the cost of superannuation outstripping the amount of money the government intends to invest in education, why will the Minister of Finance not take his head out of the sand and restart contributions to the New Zealand Super Fund so New Zealanders can have security in their retirement?
Oh, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Paula Bennett.
Because I've made it really clear that a key focus is to get debt below the 20%, and that's what we're focused on, and when that happens, then we'll be recontributing.
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
No, it's all going well, Simon. Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker. Can the Minister of Finance tell the House whether the New Zealand superannuation fund's estimate that they would have a fund of $50 billion today had the government kept up its contributions is correct? And why is she so proud of having denied future generations more than $10 billion?
Mr.
There are
Speaker.
two questions there. The Honourable
Mr.
Paula Bennett
Speaker,
can answer either.
No, because those are based on hypotheticals and not what policy was. And actually, yeah, well, that's their opinion, but actually there's this thing called government policy, and due to government policies, that's where we are, and that's where we will remain.
Question number 4, Jackie Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.